Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing with the latest launch from Nomad Cosmetics. So if you guys are interested, just keep watching. If you guys aren't new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I started my channel a long time ago because I wanted to show new makeup releases on somebody with my skin tone, and I'm very passionate about indie makeup. So if all those things sound good to you, if you like to see the latest launches, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And if you could do me a favor and watch this video all the way to the end, it will help me out a ton. Without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, this beauty just showed up at my house. This is the new Nomad palette. It is a Ghost Town, USA themed. And usually the brand sends information with the palette. I didn't see anything. I tried to look it up myself, but there's a lot of different ghost towns. I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. But I did go ahead and film close-ups and swatches. So we're going to throw these on screen. And let me tell you, this packaging is absolutely stunning. I do have the last Halloween palette that they did, so we are going to do some comparisons at the end. But how cool is that? I think it's called Lucite. I think I said that correctly. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This palette has 18 shades, 0.05 ounces or 1.5 grams, 12-month shelf life, cruelty-free and vegan. This is manufactured in China and distributed by Nomad Cosmetics in Texas, USA, baby. So this palette is incredibly cool. What I like about it, it is a half neutral, half kind of grungy, colorful palette. It gives me like very slight Natasha Denona Yucca palette vibes, but then they threw in some smoky blue shades in here. So gorgeous palette. There's 18 shadows, 9 mattes, 9 metallics, and I just feel like this is another hit from Nomad Cosmetics. I'm telling you, they have been pulling out all the stops this year, and I am just so excited for the brand. So I thought I'd go ahead and create an eye look. I'm thinking of doing like a blue and a green eye, so we'll see how it goes. Basically, every once in a while, I will wear 2 different eyeshadow looks on my eyes, like whatever, it is what it is, you know? But I thought that I could do my take on something like that, but actually make it somewhat cohesive. So, of course, I'm going to start off with this really cool smoky blue shade down here called Dead Man's Hand. And it's like a blackened blue shade. And I cleaned my brushes, but I haven't put them in my brush holder yet. So I'm just going to grab a Beaute brush and I'm going to tuck this deep shade into the outer corner and then blend it into the crease and to the lid as well a little bit. Okay, so that blue shade blended beautifully and it looks nice and opaque. So I love that. And then I just cleaned my brush off with my Sigma Switch. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to use the green shades instead. So we're going to go into the shade called Calamity Jane, which is a dark grungy green color. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on this eye. Okay, I really love how that shade worked out as well. So now we're going to use a lighter green and a lighter blue on the crease for both of the eye looks. So for that, I'm using a different brush. This is a Sigma medium tapered blending. So I want to use the shade called Skinner's Saloon on the blue side. So I'm just going to pick it up and then I'm just going to blend. Ooh, so pretty. It's like an icy cool toned blue. And it has like a gray to it also, but it's not like a muddy gray, so that's nice. And I'm just blending that into the dark blue. It's creating a really nice gradient effect. What do we think? Very nice and opaque. cleaning it off on my Sigma switch, and then I'm going to go into the shade called Ghost Town, which is a khaki green color. And I'm just going to put that on the crease and blend into the dark green shade. Okay, I'm going to go into the shade called Stagecoach Mary, which is an even like more khaki color, and we're going to start on the side of the dark green and bring it into the light green. It's bath time at our house. If you hear my husband and daughter, they're having a full-on Bluey concert out there. So what do you guys think? Does it look pretty good? I think the blue and the green are not even. So I'm gonna add a little more dark blue here to the edge. I always struggle once I get my eyebrows done. I feel like I always struggle with doing my eyeshadow out here because I don't want it to get too close to the brow bone, but I also get the right amount there. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So far the mattes are giving me a little bit of their Whistler palette vibes, because that palette has some blues and greens that are similar to this one. So maybe you could dupe it out, but let's go ahead and use some of the metallics on my eyes now. Okay, so I'm going to keep it pretty basic, and I'm going to use the shade Calico California on the green side, and then Quicksilver on the blue side. So let's start off with the blue side. I'm going to pick up a good amount. Oh gosh, with my brush. I always like dig into these shadows and I pick up quite a bit of shimmer. So I give them a nice little spray, and I like to just start on the outer edge and then bring it in. I love how this Milani setting spray smells. You guys will have to tell me if you smelled it, if you think that I'm out of my mind, or if you also think it's a nice smell. It's such a fresh scent. I feel like this is gonna need a finger application to really pop. There we go. Oof, that's pretty. Pretty. I love how that's looking. Okay, time to do the green side. Okay, so the green one built up pretty nicely, but I'm gonna use my finger on the green side as well. So yeah, I mean, see, they're like different shades, but I feel like it's still cohesive and like wearable, and like somebody would really have to like stare you down to figure out that you have two different colors on, but I really like it. I'm gonna throw on some eyeliner so I can finish up the waterline of these looks. And I finally moved all my eyeliners back. I literally had this like plastic case holding them all, like an acrylic drawer set, and I decided to put them all in here so now I can see them all in front of me. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick out an eyeliner and finish up this look. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. You guys know I love hearing from you. Now, before I show you guys some comparisons, let me go ahead and show you everything else I put on my face today. So I used the Rare Beauty setting spray they sent me. My primer today is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I also used the Too Faced highlighter that I have been loving. This is in the shade Moon Crush Shooting Star. Super pretty shimmery gold shade. Lip color is ColourPop. They sent me this. This is the shade Toast. And then I've been trying to love this Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. This is my second time wearing it. I still don't love it. So I think that if I could have bought maybe a different shade, I have a hard time blending this as well. I prefer a creamier bronzer like the Rare Beauty bronzer stick or the ColourPop bronzer stick. So I'm not loving this cream product, although it is pretty cold in my basement. So maybe if I warmed it up a little bit, it would be different. I tried to save the bronzer by using the Hourglass powder bronzer over it. Not sure it really did that, but I'll keep you guys posted. And then I have my Melt powder on, which I really like. So I started my base makeup with the Fenty Beauty foundation stick. I just grabbed this one. I'm going to use this in a testing new makeup, but I wanted to try it out in this video. I didn't film it or anything. I also have on the Huda Beauty color corrector, and then I grabbed the Rare Beauty concealer. This is the, what is this called? I'm not sure, but it is also some kind of like color corrector slash concealer product they have. So I decided to grab this and try it out. And then for blush today, I'm wearing the Moira blush. This is the shade I Love You, ILY. I have been like waiting to try this out. It is a very pretty red liquid blush. If you're looking for something affordable, those are fabulous. So that is all of my face makeup. Now let's go ahead and do some comparisons. So I did grab my Haunted Europe palette, which was their last Halloween palette. It looks like this. I don't believe you can buy this one anymore, but I wanted to just show you guys a little side by side. The new Ghost Town palette definitely looks like the grungier, spookier sister of the Haunted Europe palette. So if you have the Haunted Europe palette, I think it's going to be so fun to have both of these because I think they just look like they complement each other so well. I also love that they're like the same size and they have similar packaging. Super cool in my opinion. So yeah, that is really, really fun, and it follows a similar layout to the Ghost Town palettes. I really like seeing these together. And then I did go ahead and grab my Whistler British Columbia palette because I felt like this has some similar shades in it. So if you have it and you're like balling on a budget, maybe you want to try to recreate the looks I did with the Whistler palette. As you can see, there's a dark blue, a light blue, a dark green, a light green. So you can kind of get similar vibes with this. They're not as grungy or as cool toned, but I understand sometimes we can't buy every single palette. So I wanted to show you guys a little side by side. Obviously, if you're a makeup lover like me, I say it's okay if you want to get this one because it's fun to collect palettes too from your favorite brand. So I'm super happy this palette is in my collection, and I really like this look. I had no problems with the mattes or the metallics, and yeah, they blended beautifully. And I also love that if you're feeling neutral, this whole section of the palette is pretty neutral. Right here, these two rows, this shade, and then even this shade back here, and then these two metallics would pair really well with the neutral shades too. So overall, this is another stellar launch from Nomad. I am pre-filming this video before my surgery. So when you guys see this, I'm going to be like 2 days post-op. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to do more looks with the palette. I was literally like ranting to my friends today that every time there's a Nomad launch, I'm in the hospital or something's going on. Like with the Okavango, I think our daughter had just been born, and with the Royal Europe palette, I think I was just like so pregnant and like so ready to be done with being pregnant. So now I have this hernia surgery. So I feel a little bit unlucky, but I'm hoping that their next launch I'll be able to do more looks with the palette beforehand. But I hope you guys enjoyed these two looks, and I'll try and sneak some in on my Instagram stories as well, so you guys can see even more looks with this palette. As with every Nomad launch, this palette is launching on Tuesday, the 29th of August at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard, which will be Monday night at 11 a.m. Central Time, which is my time zone. I do have an affiliate code with Nomad Cosmetics. It's just KHMAKEUP if you would like an additional discount on your purchase. You can use that on their website at any time. Of course, you don't have to use my code. Just make sure you're using someone's code because it will save you some money. And if you do use my code, thank you so much in advance. I do make a small commission, and that goes right back into my channel, and I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I will see you in another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye for now.